Welcome to the second half of TVC Breakfast. Let's talk now about Down syndrome. It's one of the most common types of intellectual disabilities. It's a condition in which a person has an extra copy of chromosome 21. Chromosomes are the small packages of genes in the body's cells which determine how the body forms and functions. Distinct physical signs of Down syndrome are usually present at birth that become more apparent as the baby grows. And some of these, signs are small ears, hands, and feet. Poor muscle tone or loose joints are also some of the features. So the month of October is usually set aside to create awareness on this condition, to promote advocacy and foster inclusion. So that's what we want to talk about now. Joining us via Zoom from the United Kingdom is the Executive Director, Rainbow Down Syndrome Foundation. Tola Makinde is here with us. She joins us from the UK, as said. Thanks a lot for joining us and welcome to TVC Breakfast. Of course, the month of October is winding down. By tomorrow, we'll be bidding farewell to the month. But in terms of maximizing the period, this awareness month, what would you call the takeaways?
Thank you very much for having me, and good morning, everyone. All right, so this month is a very special month, as you've rightly said. And, the whole of the month, from the first to the last day of the month, we've been creating awareness, talking about, what people with Down syndrome are achieving in our community, in our world today, and trying to just, change people's perspective of what Down syndrome is and how they perceive individuals with Down syndrome. So this month, we've been able to create awareness on different topics, starting from the main theme of the World Down Syndrome Day, which was in March 21st, which says "End the Stereotypes." So what we've talked about is what are stereotypes? Just looking at someone and saying, "Oh, this person has Down syndrome," and the person would not be able to learn, or maybe you treat them specially, or maybe you really celebrate their achievement, like overly celebrated, like that's kind of overly stimulating, because it means that you never really expected anything to come out from someone with Down syndrome. But so what we're trying to say now is that we've been able to tell people that people with Down syndrome are great achievers. They love success and they love people to support them. And we can see that so many individuals with Down syndrome are from different parts of the world are already changing the world. They're shifting people's perspectives. And from what we can see, from what we've been able to do, we had a webinar where we had speakers, and we had one of the speakers with Down syndrome from Pennsylvania, United States, to come and talk about what she does, which is a role in a school where she's a high school dietitian, and she just supports students to have their meals. I mean, she's got a job. So what we're trying to tell people is that we want people with Down syndrome to be supported, and because they themselves, because of the way people look at them, they have what we call a learned helplessness. They feel that they cannot achieve as much as what we're trying, what people's expectations placed on them. This month, we've created that awareness all over social media. You'll see different organizations all over the world talking about what people with Down syndrome can do, rather than talk about what they cannot do. Thank you.
Right.
All right. So in talking about what we can do, what we cannot do, we also see that we talk about Down syndrome every October. But after this is done, not much is being talked about as regards Down syndrome and the awareness that we're trying to create. What do you think might be responsible for all of that?
Well, I think it's the common stereotypes still that is responsible for this. Because people with Down syndrome, I'll mention one. For instance, you said in October, we always celebrate Down syndrome Awareness Month. Yes, and that's because it's a global voice. if you get what I mean. And we have no choice; we have to celebrate it. But when it comes to November, December, and every other month in the year, organizations and people supporting people with Down syndrome don't stop supporting them. They don't stop celebrating every day little wins. They don't stop. And why am I saying they don't stop? Because they are the ones working behind the scene. They are the ones, especially parents. They're the ones that living with they're the ones that have the children with the lived experiences of Down syndrome. And it's a lot from going to the hospital, keeping appointments, treating what's treatable because Down syndrome has got different types of it predisposes individuals to different health challenges.
Yeah.
So what we see is the parents, the people supporting people with Down syndrome, they keep working behind the scenes, and what we are trying to portray is active participation of individuals with this condition. We keep doing that, but the media, the media plays a big role in helping us portray these people as part of the community, as valued members. But if the media is quiet, then we're quiet because we know October people will listen to us. If you get what I mean, everybody's going to listen to us in October. But other months, it's not like we don't want to celebrate, but if you go, I mean, if you just Google and see what organizations or individuals with Down syndrome or people that support them are doing, you will see that the work is ongoing. It's not something we can stop because Down syndrome is a lifelong condition. And if you ask me, I think the power of media in shaping this perception is very, very important. We need like content creators to be able to represent Down syndrome. Collaborate to ensure a more genuine and inclusive community. And that's what we are working towards, reaching out to people with, people that have the platform. And media is a very strong point. And trust me, after this program, it may go quiet, like you rightly said, but we are still speaking out. We are still talking on behalf of those people, but we are portraying them. We want them to be at the front burner, and that's what we've been doing, putting them at the front burner just to continue to break this stereotype.